next feature is direct, she's bold, and she's standing up. I'm delighted to introduce to you Regina Carbonell.
Mucho gusto de encontrarte.
Gracias por venir.
Regina, why would you think I've picked you thinking you're different?
Wow, if I'm honest, I would say first that I'm not really sure, you know, but as a lot of things have happened to me lately, as many people know on Facebook, my husband's sick and everything, I think it might be because of how I look at life. Like, it seems that I move on more than most people, and by the other hand, because I also like to help others doing that. But I may be wrong, I'm not sure.
Well, I came across you on Facebook. I was really intrigued by the way you were bold and direct and outstanding in terms of standing up, and that really triggered me. And I love that you know, so active in the LGBT plus rights, you know, proving that. So then I learned a little bit more about your life when we first got into touch, and found out she has a lot of things that she could tell why she's different. And I find it still funny that you say, I don't really know. And I think this is one of the things that some people of us who are different actually think. They are just like, well, so what's so different about me? Yeah. And even though they know, it's like, so this is just my normal, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's, I don't know, it's me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, yeah, I didn't think about that. And actually, we are here in the club, or the garage, which actually is an LGBT club. So yeah, good point.
Yeah, so you have all these beautiful things here. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about this garage and what it is and where we actually are, so they can actually follow your life?
So we are in Ariane, and even Mallorcan people might be like, what? Because it's such a tiny village. I think we are like 400 people here.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Everybody knows everyone, probably.
Yeah, kind of. Like the whole school is like 60 kids. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
And yeah, this village, as you can imagine, is not really too much LGBT friendly. It's in the middle of the island. So I created this club, which is for all the tiny villages around here, for LGBT people to find a place where they actually can feel welcome. They can just get some information, and actually I also offer emotional support. I'm a bit of a geek of emotion. Yeah, I really like learning random stuff. So then I teach it, and they can come here and learn how to manage emotions. If they are young, how to manage like their parents, or how to come out. Yeah, I know it sounds weird.
No, I love it.
I'm an adult, so a lot of people goes like, how can an adult tell a teenager how to handle your parents? Because I've been a teenager, I still remember. So yeah, that's kind of what this place is about. And actually we want especially to make sure that people understand this is not about being LGBT or not being LGBT. It's about being a community and including LGBT people, which is being difficult, but it's actually kind of slowly working, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. That sounds like it. It's great. And then such a place is so needed, especially when you're in a little town. And, you know, it's like there's no one you can connect with, and you probably hide out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hide in, actually, not out.
Yeah. They kind of don't get out of the house-ish. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Yeah, actually it is. So when you say emotional support and learning how to deal with your emotions, my focus is on emotional education as well.
Oh, right.
So I'm a big believer in that we all should. That basically emotional intelligence should be educated at school already, so how we handle our emotions as kids already, so stuff like that. Then I believe 85% of the problems we have in the world wouldn't be there. I'm serious about that. I really, really believe that.
I agree.
Well, yeah. So what do you do? So when you say you teach them how to cope with their emotions?
Well, first of all, it depends on the person. Okay, so there's people that comes because they actually want to kind of learn theory. They will apply it by themselves. Some people, they are just in a bad place, so they need support. And it doesn't feel like teaching. It's just more like supporting, showing how to identify what you're feeling. And then when you have identified, how would you manage? How do you usually manage? For example, I'm pissed. What's pissed? No, you're not pissed. I am angry. Why are you angry? What made you angry? My father. Why? It's not my father. It's this action that he did, or this whatever he said, or whatever. And then you go from there to: is it always when this happened that you have this reaction? Is it in this point? Because if it's this point, might be something different. Actually, helping them analyze themselves, and all the times it's just like they want the theory, and then they kind of learn by themselves. That's more with old people. For some reason, old people are like, they know everything. So they just want, how does this work? I'll go home and I'll do it myself.
Well, they have to do it themselves anyway.
Yeah. Well,
there's no way around it, but yeah, I get it.
Definitely, that's true. But yeah, as younger people that includes like our age, like 40 or less. I know, it's not that young.
Yeah, I'm so young! Oh, you just made me young again.
40 or less, it's young. We are still willing to change. Then you go 50 over, no, that's willing usually. And all of you that are 40 or less, you're young, in case. And 50 or less, you're young too. If you feel young, you're young.
That's right. You have like these paintings or these creatures that you've created, or have you created them, or who's created?
My husband, actually.
Okay.
My husband's an artist.
All right.
And yeah, he draws, and he also does the designs of our clothing brand.
Oh, perfect. Well, what's your clothing brand?
Most of them, by the way. Milk Originals. This one's mine, for example. It's not the same, but that one's mine.
Okay.
Most of them are his, and it's called Milk Originals. It's non-binary, or more than non-binary, is like fighting against these old Western gender roles. Kind of fashion brand. So
yeah,
well, like everything.
Yeah, you should check that out. Anyway, I know I know the brand, so you should check it out. It's really great. You have got these creatures, which is great, and you have a brand. Yeah. Also, you have like things like in the background, like this vase, this radio. What has that to do with LGBT plus?
Those were things like we had around the house. We didn't use. And actually, if you check how much they are, most things are like a $5 or a $10. We wanted to have a way to support the expenses that this might have, because I also go to schools and give speeches and things like that. So the petrol at least gets paid somehow. Sure. But it also gives like the other way. So they can buy 5 chairs for a $10. Well, it's €2 per chair. Well, we don't sell them one by one, but yes, it is. So a lot of people is coming around from the same village. This village has like really rich people and really poor people. It's crazy. A lot of people owns like 10 houses, and then some, are the people living in those houses, which are kind of poor, and they are the employees of that rich people and stuff. So we decided to do this, my husband and I, mainly to offer the opportunity to just be able to own things that are okay and a really affordable cost.
Yeah, so it's like a win-win situation, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very intrigued by the mirror you had there. Is there a story to this mirror?
So I was in a bit of a bad place last year. I'm a chronic patient, and I was really not getting well. So it was the first time that I was sick for so long. So as you can see, I put some weight and things like that. And then my husband was really nice, and he wrote "Love Who You Are" in there. And I was trying to improve myself, so I wrote also next to it, but improve daily. when we decided to open this, we didn't want to bin it. This mirror has been very helpful, actually, for both of us. So we wanted to share it. And we also, added "you're sexy" and other things. But yeah, we wanted to share the message to everyone that can come here and buy some clothes, because it's really important to actually love who you are today, but also want to improve every day.
Yeah, that was actually the first thing that intrigued me. So I was like, oh, wow, I love that.
And we still work on this, which I think you should do too. And you too.
Well, I'm on it, definitely. Humans tend to rather not figure out where the challenges lay, and try to avoid, basically. Or it's like, oh, who am I? And this is a question who has been bothering humans forever. Mm-hmm. So why not love yourself to make the most out of this life? It's so much easier if you have a good feeling about yourself. And I'm not saying it's easy to get there, but then it's probably not your fault that you actually think you have to go a long way. So anyway, love who you are, I think, is, like with my brand, it says one of the taglines I have is love being different. Just love who you are. Really make the effort to understand you and get to know you, and then learn and then love. So I love this. I think it's perfect here. I think there should be 1,000 mirrors out in the world saying this and be placed all over the cities or something like. Maybe actually we should do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe we should start recruiting graffiti people to write that.
Yeah, stuff like that. But really with a mirror, I really like that. I would really like to hear a little bit about your life story, because it's not only about what you're doing. Obviously, it's about who you are. You are a very active LGBT plus activist. If I would be putting that aside and I would look back at your life, how would I find out that you're different anyway? What would I perceive so that I would think, oh, she's been having a different life?
How would you perceive it, or how did I realize? Because I don't really know if anyone actually kind of perceived it, if that makes sense. When I went to school, a lot of people used to tell me I was a genius, but I used to kind of go with a 5/10, because I hated school. I was very bored. But like 5 years ago, I found out I'm like high capacity. I actually
like that. So she's highly gifted.
High capacity kid is called. So it's like you're not a genius, but you're more clever than usual. So obviously school is super boring for you, and they actually need a special class for you, because you might be doing the university level and you're 12, but you can't go with university kids yet and things like that. So it's like, but I didn't have that luck. When I was a kid, they still didn't know that existed. So kids nowadays are doing it, and I'm so happy for them.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
I share a little bit of that story too.
That's really good. I don't know. I also I am very sensitive, and I have high IQ and high EQ. So it's really weird. So I really don't know if it other people can notice, if that makes sense.
No, I would ask if I would perceive that, and exactly. I have glasses that perceive differences like that.
Okay, so now she's seeing my aura. Super weird. It's full of glitter.
Yeah,
and it has a rainbow. So get her.
Woo! You should look. Watch through my glasses. Could you see she's highly sensitive and a high capacity kid, and also she's that she's open-minded.
So you need those glasses. We are doing free advertising. They need to give you something. So yeah, I'm not really sure when, if people would realize. Maybe, I don't know, watching me, a 12-year-old kid in school reading philosophy was weird. But for me, it was normal. Is this what we were saying? Right? It was totally normal for me. So I'm not really sure when someone could realize that at 16 I was working at a supermarket. So it's like a really normal. Honest.
Hola.
This is a village. You have to say hi to everyone that goes around.
No, it's nice also. Okay, if someone else wouldn't notice, but you noticed, and maybe you didn't have the term yourself about being high capacity kid, but you were facing differences from others, and were you facing challenges as well?
Yeah.
What kind of?
All the kids used to tell me a lot, people don't care, and I was like, how can you not care about, I don't know, knowing things? Or how can you not care of knowing that this is a lie and this is true? Or how can you not care about which are the stars that are in the sky on top of you? Or things like that. So things like that also kind of shaped me, and I have to unshape myself, because obviously if nobody cares about what I say, you end up shutting up. It took me years even. Like I used to tell the teachers, that's wrong. And that was the worst thing ever. I didn't know. First time I was like 4 or 5, so I didn't know yet. And then the ego of that teacher was like, no, a 4-year-old has just told me something's wrong. Go to the corner. And I didn't know what I did wrong.
Oh, man.
So...
How did that make you feel?
If I'm honest, I can't really remember. I just remember the effect it had long term. So it was like, just shut up. Shut up, because nobody...
Like you told yourself to shut up.
Exactly, shut up. Nobody wants to know what you know. Being more clever than others is bad. You must be normal. You must be normal. You must go through life without nobody noticing you. That kind of shaped me a lot until I met my husband.
Wow, yeah. So was that your turning point to come out, or not to come out like in LGBT terms, but like to say, oh, no, I have to do something differently here. I have to stand up or change something?
Yeah, I think so. That would be my turning point. I never came out because I've never been in a closet, so I never felt like the need to come out.
I like that.
Yeah, like inside of the shutting up and everything, I always was a rebel, because I never liked the word normal, so I always said things like, normal, at one point, raping everyone was normal. At one point, having slaves was normal. So what's normal, right?
Yeah. Good point. Good point. And we both agree that normal is a shit word. That.
Please, cover this.
No, let's go for it. Bam.
So, yeah, but actually my real turning point in life was my husband, which many feminists can't really stand, because the person that made me a feminist was my husband. He knows I am pansexual. We'll go on.
Yeah, we go through the terms in a sec.
And I'm gender fluid. He is actually a great ally. He's pretty proud of me. I'm glad I'm not in the closet because he outs me everywhere. This is my wife. She's bisexual. She's gender fluid. It's like, cool. They don't need to know that. But he's so proud. He says it everywhere.
So he's your biggest supporter, basically.
Yes, he is.
That's wonderful.
It is. I am also like really, really happy I found him, because he also showed me how sexist Spain is compared with England, which I knew, but I...
So her husband is English. So
yeah, sorry, my husband's English. Yeah, my husband's not Spanish like me.
Just
we are also like a diverse couple.
Yay.
Like he's straight, he's cisgender, and he's English. He was the person that showed me what feminism was, and I was actually doing it wrong. So he's the person that actually made me end up.
What does it mean wrong in this case?
Actually being a sexist and thinking that you are being feminist, which I didn't even know that was possible, but now that I kind of support the feminism in a positive way means, for me, not harassing anyone. Like, you are allowed to not agree with me. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go and harass you until you agree. And I wasn't like this, and I also could be like very sexist, especially with LGBT people, which is weird. I know. But I didn't realize it was wrong.
What did you do?
It was
Give us an example.
For example, once I think I was 18 or 19, I'm 33 now, but so I was pretty young too, but I really liked a guy. We had made out once, and we met again, and he didn't want to make out, which is absolutely normal and fine, and you don't have to force anyone ever, never do what I did to make out with you. But I was really wasted. I used to be an alcoholic, a weekend alcoholic mainly, but I drank a lot. And I kind of, are you a faggot? Are you a faggot? Are you not going to make out with me? What, you don't like me anymore? No, that's because you're a faggot. I've been told that you're a faggot. What the fuck was wrong with me?
How did you realize that was wrong then?
I didn't
through your husband then?
Yeah, I didn't realize that then. at the moment I realized it was wrong, the harassment, but not the kind of harassment I was doing. Okay, so I realized the harassment was wrong, but not that I was being awfully sexist. If that makes sense. That's something I have realized now. Okay, and actually we are friends, and he was like, we were so wasted. He didn't even matter, which I think it has a lot also with that patriarchy thing. Boys are not scared of us, which is a shame.
They should be, though.
I mean,
there's a lot of to come.
I was going to say, I don't mean that they
not
should
scared.
be.
No, exactly.
But what it's bad is that we are scared of them, and they are not scared of us.
Well, I think they can be scared of us, actually, to be honest. Maybe not in the role of in society, whatever. But even no. I think there is anxiety going on.
Yeah.
And that's the difference of fear. But anxiety, like, people become insecure no matter what gender they actually are, because everything's evolving and changing. So this brings up anxieties. And I've worked with children just quickly, and like young boys and young girls, and I could see they were like trying to find role models, and then they were starting to have insecurity because you know there were different values all of a sudden, and boys were I need to be tough, and then all of a sudden they should be sensitive, and all that. So this is probably what we perceive also as we can be scared, but I feel like they are scared. So it's all anxieties going on in terms of insecurities, which is a good thing. If you all stick together and go through this, we can actually, unite and build something great.
Yeah,
right?
if we get to stick all together.
I know.
Build something, which is what we are working towards. Separately, each one in their thing, but
also together.
The same.
Absolutely. Yeah, talking about that, should we go to Inca and you show us a little bit more?
Yeah, that would be amazing. I can show you the area, because I don't still have the building, but it's an amazing work in progress, and I hope you love it.
Yeah, let's do that. Should we get prepared? Like, really show the world a little bit outside here, from our outside, that we have a message, and kick some asses if needed. Love with love, but be kick.
Yeah, I actually have a surprise for you. And
what's that? A surprise?
You're just gonna shine.
Oh, we're going for some glitter. I love it. Bam! Let's go.
Here we are in Inca. Inca every year is offering a street art contest. At night they put lights here, and they can do all those. So anyone, me, you, anyone can come here to Mallorca one night a year and do graffitis legally.
All right.
Which is pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
And I would love to show you my favorite one.
Yes, please. Go for it.
So it's a bit farther, but not too much.
So for how long have you been what role does it play for your project?
Well, my project is co-working, co-living and co-learning for gender diverse people. So anyone that doesn't actually likes that's all gender roles that we have been imposed on. So I think this is important, because actually art is the main way to express ourselves. So I think it is pretty important for everyone to be able to have space to,
express.
Yeah, to tell what they want and what they think. And this is one way that this village, or this, well, it's not a village, it's a city actually. But I'm from a bigger city, I'm sorry. Has allowed it. And well, we just made it to my favorite one. That says your body is a battleground. Someone has painted a bit, because this one is from 2016. This is still on.
What's that then?
Well, this is a female genitalia. Okay. We're probably saying like, you can't come in here unless I allow you. And this is one of my favorites. I actually have it like this as a profile picture almost everywhere.
I love that picture.
If you find it somewhere, take a picture, put it in the comments, and let us know.
This is what you said the other day. You said, you told me about a story that happened in your life, and then you said, hey, gender is so much more, being gay is so much more than about same sex.
Yes.
So what do you mean by that?
Obviously, like that's the norm, right? Gay, a person that is attracted by someone the same sex. But for me, and I have found out that for a lot of people too, being gay is more like, it doesn't matter if you're just gay or lesbian, just being part of the LGBT community, it's to be gay. So for me, being gay is, I'm married to a man, so obviously I'm not gay. So for me, being gay, and I have found out that it happens to a lot of transgender people, and I'll go with that too, it's much more. It's just being part of that community, right? And when I say transgender, most people also think on male to female, female to male, and it's also the same. Like being gay, it's, yes, it is being homosexual, but it can't just be being queer. And being transgender is the same. You can be gender fluid, you can be non-binary, and you're transgender. You cannot identify as transgender, okay? But you're inside of the same umbrella. You are gender non-conforming,
Okay.
right? So for me, being gay is the same. It's just being part of the LGBT community.
All right, okay. So quickly, if I would say cisgender, what would you understand and what would probably a cisgender not understand?
So being cisgender means that your gender identity matches the sex you were born or assigned at birth. Okay, born with. So if I was born female or with female genitalia, and they tell me I'm a girl,
Like that?
like that. And they tell me I'm a girl, and I believe I'm a girl, and I feel like a girl, then I am cisgender.
Okay. So would you say the majority out there is just cisgender?
I do believe that most people is not cisgender, but that most people is actually non-binary. Because, especially most younger people,
Okay.
because being cisgender is that you actually love your gender role. Okay, so I was born a lady and I love being a lady, and I never ever masculine, technically. Alright, so I think most people is non-binary, but they just don't know what non-binary means.
Exactly, so yeah. So is there anything you would like to define for our viewers or our listeners about the terms to make it easier for them to maybe as a support thing right now, not even to understand us, but like, hey guys, this is part of my mission, and these are some terms that could help you get along a bit, I don't know, fairer in the world, or something like that. Is there anything you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm gonna go with LGBTQIA, because most people go like, why so many letters? Well, so lesbian, gay, bisexual, okay? Those are sexual orientations. Most people don't know kind of the difference. And transgender is not a sexual orientation. That's gender identity, okay? So you can be transgender and gay, or you can be transgender and straight. Then Q is queer, and that can be like sexual orientation, genderqueer, both. Intersexual is that you're not born biologically male or female. You're both, you're non, you're mixed. And the A is from asexual or agender. That means that you actually don't feel like you belong to any gender, or that you don't feel sexual attraction or the need of having sexual relationships.
Having sexual interaction, basically, yeah.
But you can actually be romantic and like have romantic relationships. Okay, that's quite important. And asexual people need affection, even if they don't want to have sex. Okay, so you can have very long, happy, fulfilling relationships. And those are like the main and most important, I think. I mean, that doesn't mean, mine, both are known inside. But these are the most important for people that is not part of the community, I think, so they can understand why so many.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we are not all inside of that many. If you really need to know how I feel, and I don't know, why I have a husband and a girlfriend, for example, then I can't tell you my labels. The labels are not there for you to tell me who I am.
Yeah, we talked about labels yesterday. There will be something that we will work on.
She's really good at that subject. You'll have to read her article soon.
On her magazine. Exactly. So thank you for explaining all this. So what I would like to invite you two guys is, why don't you go and make some checkpoints? You know, go emotionally inside and open up a little, and then maybe you find what after Regina just explained, maybe you can find a little bit more about who you are, and that would be great. And there is no judgment. You see, this is the beauty of it. It's just something you're free to be whoever you want to be. But it's so good, right? To actually have something where you can say, oh man, okay, now I get it. This is helping a lot. So what I'm curious about, Regina, anyway, because I know we, you will have to go and mentor some kids soon.
Yeah.
So what actually brought you into the movement? What actually were, why are you doing this?
I think it's because I saw a lack, if I'm honest. So I was living in England, which is where I met my husband and everything. And he loved Mallorca, and we moved back. So I'm from here. So for me, it was coming back. For him, was something really new. But for me, it was coming back here. So when we came here, I just really felt like how actually we were much more sexist, much more homophobic, even inside of the LGBT community. So I don't know, I just thought that it would be nice to give back. And actually it's one of the most fulfilling things I can do.
Wonderful. And what is your vision?
I wanted to be able to put my little bit on making society more inclusive. So all my projects are around helping society here and with some luck in Europe to become something where it doesn't matter if you're gay or if you're black or if, I don't know, or if you're a white man, okay? Like, it doesn't matter, because now it's like, oh, they are all evil. No, they are not. It's patriarchy what's evil.
Exactly. That's so important to understand the difference of it. And yeah, maybe some, we could fill a whole chapter about this, but we don't. Yeah.
So I would like to help the whole society understand that, helping kids usually understanding themselves and helping them realizing they are not evil, or they are not that wrong, or they are not the worst.
No one's wrong, exactly.
So that's actually one person at a time. You can actually change society.
Yeah.
So you know.
Go. And so that's beautiful. What do you think is your biggest achievement so far? And by achievement, I mean anything, right? That could be anything.
For example, I have a video, well, an audio, it's not even a video, of affirmations for LGBT people, and another one for transgender people on YouTube. One very bad day, someone wrote on my transgender affirmations video that made their day, and literally it literally changed my life, and it made my day too.
Oh, it gives me goosebumps.
And if I'm honest, things like that, when someone goes and I was gonna commit suicide today. One person told me that on Facebook, and we are kind of friends. I support her when I can. And she said, I was gonna commit suicide today, but I came on Facebook to speak with you. And I was like, okay, well, I was gonna work, but you told me this, so I'm not. What do you need? Nothing, I just want to speak with you. How's your day? Things like that. If I'm honest, I think those are my biggest achievements.
Wonderful. Honestly, wonderful. That's so great.
Thank
It really gives me shivers. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hello. Hello. We are just touching the vagina though. Yeah, I'm so tempted to lick it, I have to say.
No, it's a wall.
I know. No, but there's another one I really like to ask my features. So the people I interview is a little bit connected to what you just said. Can you name me 3 people who have influenced your life? Just let them come up.
Yes. First I thought about actually people that I think I influenced. So I'm gonna go with people that actually changed mine. Last year I was in a very bad place, and I met my mentor, he is an Indian guy. He's actually an Indian multimillionaire. So I thought, what are you doing helping me? I'm not even sure I'd be here if it wasn't for him. He mentored me and coached me for free. He was there 24/7, anytime, and he's still there. So, V, I love you. Thank you.
Oh,
He's been there to help with my husband issues, with everything. And the other people is people I actually don't know. Okay, so I love Oprah. I think she has changed she has actually paved a path for women.
Oh yeah.
And for black women, obviously much more. I'm not black, but I can understand it for them. So she's amazing. And I was gonna go, I'm sorry, but my mom won. Like, I was gonna go with some other famous woman, but just total about my mom. The third one is my mom.
Good. Stay.
She's amazing, she's lovely, and she takes amazing care of me when I can't do it myself because my chronic illnesses and stuff. So, yeah, my mom's the number one.
Oh, there was no hierarchy.
No,
so
I know,
it was
I know.
only one. But that's great.
But yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. What is the one thing, just the one thing right now in this moment that you want to know people who are different out there? What's the one advice you want to give them? And please tell it to the camera.
I think the most important thing for you to know is that wherever you think and wherever you feel matters. So don't doubt yourself that much. Don't think that what you feel is weird, because it's just real. It's your real, okay? So just find someone to share it. It might cost you one day or 1 month, but you're gonna find your tribe. So yeah, embrace who you are, embrace your difference, and be kind, okay? Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And I love you.
And now, just for the fun of it, can we lick this vagina?
I'm not really sure if we will die though.
I want to do this now.
I'm cleaning it.
Yeah,
with
that's
a finger.
good. Well, it's important to be hygienic. So, all right.
My hands were so clean too.
I think we can work our way out. She's not doing it.
I'm not licking it. I find it disgusting. I mean, I'm not really sure if men pee from the...
No, stop telling me this.
I think awful things.
I think it's nice.
It is amazing. I really love it.
Yeah. Well, Regina, thank you very much. Thank you.
Now it's going to be like...
That's okay. Sexual intercourse. I want to give them to you and to the people you support.
I was going to just ask you that, if I can share them.
Please, they're yours.
I will.
Put them in your garage or give them to people or whatever. Love being different. Can you move in a little bit further to the vagina?
Yeah, that's right. I was here and I was like, I'm not sure.
That was actually the most funniest thing I've ever said. Not ever, but it's like,
I've never said outside of a bed, right?